Warning, the following content may contain spoilers and a few other goodies. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hello, everyone! Welcome to a whole new episode of Those Common Nerds, and we're on camera! We're in front of the room, maybe, possibly, and I'm sure the corners are working on. But anyways, been a while!
We're trying.
We are trying. So we got long story short, August is the month of my birth. I had a lot of traveling to do in August and September also, and Sean's also joined school, so his schedule's also changed up a bit, and we're just trying to get it together. I think we've got a basic plan.
Yeah, we do. We have a really basic but good plan.
So I mean, to sum it up, basically, as I said, month of my birth came and went. Got some gifts, as you can see. I got this new room, brand new room, as you can see, or green screen. I got a fucking camera.
You weren't supposed to tell them it's a green screen.
I know, but sometimes you gotta go with it.
Well, now they're gonna know.
As I cough. Anyways, long story short, got a bunch of new tools. Just trying new different things, but yeah, we're ready to keep going.
Yeah. Yep.
And what better time to do it now than with the release of Overwatch 2, or if we're just being God honest truth, Overwatch 1.5.
If you even want to call it that.
I really. So, anyways, we've played a good amount of time. It just released.
Yeah, it didn't release
when
too
when
long
was it?
ago.
October 4th?
Maybe? Yeah, it wasn't too long ago.
Ding, ding, ding. There's a number up there.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, not too long. It's been a couple weeks. We're playing it. We both played the original. I played it a little bit more. I would say a little bit more, but then again, that was against bots, so I don't know if you'd count that. But anyways, we have some initial thoughts. This isn't going to be a review on this quite yet, since it just released, and I mean, it's not. That's just not fair.
We're gonna give them some time to
give them a chance. Yeah,
give them a chance to realize what they're doing.
So make the separation from Activision into just Blizzard, Microsoft Blizzard. That's a much
I don't
nicer.
think they're done with the acquisition yet, which maybe when they acquire Blizzard, then maybe they'll be like, "What the heck did you guys do?"
If it's a reflection on some of the elements that Blizzard has chosen, or who I think highly still Activision right now, then the sooner the fucking better.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, let's go ahead. And we got Sean went and made some notes because he's in college now and he can do that. And
I think a good place to start is, Joe, who would be your top 3 characters?
My top 3 characters
from the original Overwatch
from the original. So, ironically, I think I would say they were all added characters, not from the base line.
Okay.
Moira for sure. Moira's my girl.
You
She's
play her all the time.
All the time, man. I'm a ninja with Moira. Like I don't like to pat myself on the back too often, but I can say I think I'm a decent Moira player. Wrecking Ball. Wrecking Ball is just fun.
Mm-hmm.
And then who would I put as my third? That's a very good question. Like those first two.
You always played those two for the most part.
For the most part, yes. But would be a good third one. Well, in the first game, man, damn, that's a very good question. I'm trying to think who else. It was Reinhardt in the beginning.
I mean, you do got all the pops.
I do got a good few pops of Reinhardt. He was fun. Oh man, I know my fucking game. It tells you in the game.
Mm-hmm.
Cue the fucking screenshot here, and I'm sure it's going to fucking
just lie to you.
Yeah, just lie to me, or at least it'll come to me, and as soon as we're fucking doing this. But that just reminds me that you guys sent me a screenshot of yours, so let's go ahead and move on with yours, Sean.
Oh, easy. Diva Zenyatta Farah.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Those are very easy choices for me.
You have all the pops?
I don't know if there's even a Diva one to
There's
get.
a Diva pop.
I don't have
There's a couple Diva pops.
Yeah, I don't have any Divas yet, but I do have Cultist Zenyatta.
Yes.
And then I do have
You have a couple Farahs now, don't you?
I got 2 Farahs. Unfortunately, when it was sent to me, the delivery company, they football punted the corner of my box into the truck or something. So Farah was unfortunately the box to take the damage. So now she sits on my desk outside the box.
Oh, that sucks.
And then you gave me Anna twice, so she's chilling on my desk also.
That's right. I got you, but then I got you the black and gold Farah.
Yeah, I got 2 separate Farahs. They're 2 different ones.
Yeah, so that's fine.
So yeah, I got quite a few of those ones from you. Cultist Zenyatta is one of my favorite. Unfortunately, the design itself made it almost impossible for it to sit outside of the box. I tried it and it just kept falling over. I'm like, no.
I don't think I've ever opened any of my pops. I think the only one that's kind of open was the Thing, and that was just the most random pop I ever had. I don't even know where that fucker went.
He's right there. I think.
In the middle there?
I think he's
Oh,
right
yeah, he is.
Right
All right.
Anyways, so now that we got that out of the way, how do you feel about your champions in this new one? Or, I'm sorry, this update?
This big update?
Yeah, I don't know if we can call it new.
You could call it new. Like, some of the graphic updates is there. It looks a little more polished graphic-wise. But it's just a big update for the most part. We'll get into that.
Yeah.
I would say for Wrecking Ball, there are some changes. You can't use the old Acme defense anymore, which I knew. I'm surprised that lasted as long as it fucking did, quite frankly. If you don't know what the old Acme defense is basically what Wrecking Ball is. He can turn into a big Wrecking Ball, shoots a just tether cable, and then you could just roll yourself around. And Acme defense is if there's a map area that you're supposed to capture, and there's something in the center there,
which there usually is.
Which there usually is, yeah. Then Wrecking Ball could literally just come in, attach himself to the center, and just spin himself like a fucking Acme defense thing. So that's why I call it the old Acme defense.
Now I'm thinking about it, interestingly enough, most of the maps from before Wrecking Ball's introduction really didn't have that, did they?
Not too many, but
then
a
right
lot
after
of them
his
have...
introduction, almost every single one did. It's like,
know.
hey, we need to make sure Wrecking Ball's got a place to play.
Yeah, but they change it up a little bit, so they didn't make it too skinny, so you could some of them you're not able to really do it. One of the South Korea triple maps, I forget what that one is. It's whoever gets the most. It's another capture point.
That's the Lijiang Tower one, I think, or
yes.
something like that?
No. It was a newer one. But anyways, it's a big thing in the middle. You can't spin around it. So, and a lot of them, they didn't have it before, but they did have, the London one had a lot of verticality, so he was able to do a lot of swinging.
Oh, he was able to Spider-Man around?
Yeah. But then there were other maps where he wasn't able to in some of them.
All right, well.
So I would say he's in a good spot to where he was, Okay. Oh! Orisa! Yeah. Sorry.
Oh, I think my ear's bleeding. Whoo!
It just fucking... I told you.
You guys are going to hear that one.
Yeah. It's Orisa, of course. What the fuck am I talking about? Of course it would be Orisa.
Okay, Arthas. It's alright, bud.
I love you, buddy.
The dog got scared. Anyways.
Yeah, Orisa would be my third one.
Oh, there you go, yeah.
Yeah, more than Reinhardt for sure. And we'll have more to say on Orisa for sure. Moira, two things on Moira. A, she needs a numbers boost on all fronts, personally. And B, her ultimate needs to change.
Yeah, the laser's just...
It was good, but they've just done too much to it where A, it leaves her way too fucking exposed, and B, it's just not as effective as it used to be. Or at least that I've noticed.
I agree with you, and in all honesty, I think the Mario Kart orb spinning around her, having 3 heal and 3 damage at one time, to where she can just left click goes.
Yeah, I agree.
Just kind of throwing them out would be a lot cooler and just way better for gameplay.
And that would be, yeah, exactly. Or like a super orb that just does both. You know what I mean?
They could do that too, or something. I like the multi orb idea because then it gives her the. idea to like she can just bounce it and just kind of bounce.
Yeah, exactly. I
but
like
then
that
they could
too.
Make it
And
where...
it's a good lane clear thing, or it's a very good just support thing at the same time, or focus on one or the other. Like, all right, I want at least 1 damage, but they need more healing, so 2 more healing orbs. But yeah, I agree. I think that would be a good way because it's still a core part of her gameplay.
Yeah.
So definitely her. Orisa, they changed
Drastically. We'll get to that
yeah,
part.
we'll get to her. But yeah, so Moira definitely needs she needs some help right now.
Oh yeah.
Like I love playing Moira, but she needs some help right now.
Well, as for my 3, not much has changed. Pharah's ult still doesn't do as much damage as it used to.
That's another one that leaves you really exposed to.
Yeah, but that's the point of that one. Because it's supposed to be high damage. I think the damage needs to be boosted just a little bit. Like maybe not at the as her rocket blasts go. Maybe she shoots some bigger rockets.
I would say as much
end.
damage as what Reaper's ultimate does today.
Oh god. I think it should be the initial rockets don't do as much damage, but then she starts shooting some like bigger ones that do more damage, so that the longer you stay in it, the more it's gonna hurt. But
Yeah, I got you.
There's something wrong with the damage there. But as for the other 2, I wouldn't change a thing about them. They're fine as they are.
Yeah, Diva already had her makeover, and she's been even more fucking.
She didn't even need it
than
before.
She really didn't, and now it's like, hey, we're gonna try and make her a little less overpowered, but still overpowered. And then
her rocket barrage is dope.
Zenyatta was, I don't know. I always felt like Zenyatta was always a good character from the get-go.
Zenyatta he's a real good tank counter, or his Discord orb or whatever that it's called.
That's true. I would say his orbs need a little bit of a speed boost, or at least his healing one a little bit. I think it's just a little too slow.
I think the healing one should do something where as he's damaging people or damaging whoever has the Discord orb, it also heals whoever has
That's
that
not
orb.
a bad thought, yeah.
That would be cool. That'd help his healing out a little bit, give him incentive to keep doing damage to the person he's putting the orb on.
Being able to use it on himself for fuck's sake.
No. No, I think he should just continue with that. The rest of it, like his little shield that keeps recharging, that's great. I like that because he regens most of his health.
That just reminded me of something else, but I'm going to let you finish.
He's got the Halo health bar, basically. He's got the shield, runs out, he's got that little bit of health, and then he's dead. But, the shield recharges over and over, so...
It's true. I just realized one change for one character is all he needs, but you cannot use this guy, or I guess you can, because his gun is just too fucking overpowered. But Baptiste, completely support-based. Like, no aggressive abilities. And my only complaint is his R2 is it's a healing grenade launcher and a scout rifle triple shot type deal. Very good gun, right?
What would R2 be on the keyboard?
Right click. No. What the fuck was it? No, yeah, it would be, because he doesn't zoom in. That is his right click.
Isn't R2 just the fire button, just shooting?
What's L2? Is it L2? I don't know. I don't fucking play controller. I play PC.
So why'd you say it without controller?
Then I didn't mean to. I apologize. But anyways, one change is he has this grenade launcher that heals your teammates, but it doesn't heal you. It doesn't need to heal him that much, but give him... Why? Come on!
Okay, that's fair. That's a fair judgment.
Anyways,
we got way off topic.
Yeah, but
let's get into it. Changes for the game. First off, the big change. It is no longer 6v6. It is 5v5.
So they did do this on the tail end of Overwatch's life cycle. It was to get ready for Overwatch 2, and it was certainly a big change because for the most part you wouldn't see 2 tanks anymore.
Yep, and that was fine. I was actually okay with the change. It changed how the team dynamic works a little bit, though. And the big thing is it took me a second to get used to how really just offensive these tanks are now.
Oh, yeah.
Like Reinhardt, I was not expecting him to come out of the gate swinging. I was expecting him to stand there with his shield, Be like, oh, the shield's out. Let me stand aside for a second. Shield again. No. These Reinhardts, when they ran out of their shield, they came in swinging and he
Yeah,
hurt.
no, they've like one thing for sure, as we'll get into the notes later down. All the tanks now are much more aggressive.
Oh yeah.
Orisa is the fucking proof of that.
Yeah. Some other changes. They got rid of all the 2-point capture maps. Some of those would be like the map on Egypt, where it's just 2 points capture. Hanamura, which everyone wants back.
I like Hanamura.
What is it? The one in Russia? Was that Volskag Industries?
Yes.
That one's gone. Just basically any of the maps that has just 2 control points is not part of the game right now.
So, yeah, I didn't realize that. Is it now a control point and escort?
Yep, control point and payload.
Okay, so that's what I'm...
That's right. All those ones are still there, but the lunar base is gone.
Oh, that kind of sucked. I like going outside. Zero gravity. With Wrecking Ball, it was fun as shit because you could just launch yourself.
But also ones that you might not see, they got rid of the Paris map because people hated that map.
God. The fucking... Like, as someone who didn't do too much of multiplayer unless he was playing with you guys, for the most part I was playing up against the bots for 2 reasons. A, it was to play the different characters so I could, formulate or understand how they work. And B, because I just hate dealing with people. But one thing I always dreaded was the Paris map. It was just, it sucked either way. It was hard to defend against, and it was just crappy to just play through. It was always the one that you could get through in a couple minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Paris was a bad one. Supposedly Blizzard World's not part of the rotation right now because
that
it
one
was a
sucks.
disliked one.
I mean, I like that one more for the fandom
theme
of it and the theme, yeah.
But the map itself, kind of, it's whatever. It needs a little work. That one might make a comeback. Paris for sure is gone right now, for as far as we know. The 2-point
It will probably, if it ever comes back, it would probably be during the archive event.
Yeah, some sort of event.
That would probably be the time to bring some of the maps back.
The 2-point maps, they might be coming back because of the high demand just for Hanamura alone. So, there's that. Big change. No loot boxes.
Yeah, we'll get into that.
We're getting into that.
Are we getting into that right now?
We can actually save that for the very end of the changes here.
Yeah, let's save that because there's some things that need to be.
They added let's see, weapon charms now, so another cosmetic.
So now
item.
you can have when you look. It's a first-person game, so now you can see whatever stupid shit that they can charge you with.
Yeah, like there's a onion is one of them.
Which
little onion creature.
I have no problem against. But again, this is something we'll talk about later.
Let's see. Big changes to champions like Orisa. Doomfist is now a tank for, I don't know, some reason.
Yeah, like, I mean, I understand the reason behind it. Just because.
Liked him as an offense better.
I mean, I did too, which is why it was kind of a weird one. What's his health at now?
Like 450, something like that.
Is it?
Yeah, it's tank health. He's a tank.
I don't know. I was like, I didn't really play Doomfist too much because just of how kind of precise you had to be with him. Mayhem, he was fucking fun to play with, but I mean, Moira was much more fun to play with.
We got 3 new champions. We got the Junker Queen, who's the queen of Junkertown. She becomes queen by force, basically. Yeah. The strongest is
Blizzard's reply to Jinx.
Yeah, pretty much. She's the queen of Mad Max world, basically.
And she got abs.
We got, and I'm not sure how we say her name because we don't have.
Sojourn.
Is it Sojourn?
I'm just gonna say Sojourn until I hear it otherwise.
And so otherwise, yeah, Sojourn, the Canadian assault special. Oh man, she's fun.
Oh yeah,
she's a lot of fun.
Yeah, she's super fun. Like I would say in the future for playing the game, if I need to go damage, I would more than likely play Sojourn, and she will probably be my 4th damage.
Oh, of the 3 new ones, she's definitely my favorite of the 3. And then 3rd is probably going to be everyone else's favorite. I wrote Kimiko, but that's not her name. It's Kiriko.
Kiriko. Yeah.
As I'm sitting in class, I could not for the life of me remember her name, and I'm just like, all right, it's Kimiko.
I mean, that's no problem. At least it's not like. At least you're close.
Yeah, I was close. So, Kiriko is
New support.
New support
With
She's
sniping knives.
Got basically auto tracing heals that follow her.
Yeah,
as long as they're within the sight of them.
She's able to teleport to far through walls, actually.
Through walls and just through whatever. As long as you could get to your ally and you can use it, it'll teleport you right to them.
It's kind of like Mercy. If in a sense, it was like Mercy's Fly 2, but even more overpowered, and she became a ghost.
Yeah. And then her damaging weapon, which absolutely does no damage unless you hit him in the head, and then it does all of the damage.
Well, yeah, but it's a good thing to keep him away because just how fucking ridiculous of a range it is. This bitch is just Hanzo with knives.
Those kunai have no drop at all.
No,
They fly straight.
Yeah, like, well, there will be a video later on down the line, maybe, hopefully, of kind of a more of an in-depth review of these guys, and I was just like thinking this knife was okay, just gonna drop a little bit. No. That thing, she's a fucking sniper with those. Like, she is full anime Naruto ninja.
But the issue is, if you hit him in the body, it really doesn't do any damage at all. But if you hit him in the head, it can potentially one-shot a couple of the characters. Like Zenyatta, I've seen it one-shot before.
Oh, yeah. It's ridiculous. But, I mean, and her, she has a detox heal now, which is kind of nice. So it or a debuff.
Yeah, it gets rid of debuffs and heals at the same time, which is nice. And it's like a grenade that actually works on herself, which is nice.
Yeah, a little bit. They took a little bit of Anna. So a lot of the things with these new heroes, and they've kind of always done, is they took elements from while adding new elements, but also taking other elements from other characters. Like Sojourn's gun would certainly be like Soldier 76.
She's a soldier, yeah.
Yeah, but instead of a sprint, now she has that fucking...
She has a slide.
A slide that can slide in any direction.
She has a damage ball, and instead of rocket blast, she has railgun, which is basically
damage ball that slows.
Oh, that
also.
thing is fucking mean.
And also, her machine gun is actually a railgun, so that when her primary fire, it charges up the railgun with each hit, and then it, depending on how much you put into it, like it goes up to 100, so 100 is max damage. It can be fucking deadly.
Oh yeah, and then her ult just basically just
auto recharges it. And
yeah.
I think you can get it off like maybe.
Junker Queen's got a shotgun. She throws a knife that if she calls it back to her, pulls the people like halfway to her. And so she's kind of like half Roadhog.
Yeah, she's got a little Roadhog in her. She's got a little bit of, got a little Reinhardt in her a little bit.
Yep.
And then, she's got a melee, just full swing, whatever's in front of her. And then she has this, this kind of like buff that she does. It's like a war cry.
Yep.
Yeah, she has a war cry, which is like a speed boost as well as a health boost.
Yeah, it's mean.
It is mean, and then her ulti is just this big
whirlwind.
Yeah, whirlwind straight. It shoots her straight in a line, and it applies a no healing debuff to anyone who gets hit by it. So it can be pretty fucking beastly. And given if you have the timing right, if you use the war cry right after, because she's up close and personal tank. I don't care what anyone says. It's a shotgun. Anyone who has a fucking shotgun. Just spilled my damn drink down there. Tops on. But anyone who has a shotgun, you're not ranged, okay? Like, it's not what you're meant to do.
No, it's not.
I mean, anyone, if you see it, guess what? You're meant to be up front or, in their face. That's just the rule I generally see with anyone who has a shotgun as their primary weapon.
Oh, yeah, definitely. All the tanks are super offensive, as we were saying. Even Winston is just like in your face the entire time. Will not.
He was always kind of an offensive tank, but even
faster or something, because you cannot get away from that motherfucker anymore.
I think so too. I think they might have taken away like a second or two from his fucking jump.
Oh yeah, because I used to be able
And
to
upped
run
his
away
range
from
a
him,
little
but
bit.
he's got his new right click that's like a
Oh god, I
burst fire thing. It's pretty cool.
didn't even know that. I forgot about that.
It like charges and shoots just like a straight line lightning bolt.
Oh yeah, I'll have
It's
to look
short
that one up.
range
Yeah,
also,
I
though.
completely forgot that they gave him that.
Um,
Bastion is.
oh, Bastion's not in the game right now. We can't talk about him.
Well, we played a little bit of
But
Bastion.
he's not in the game right
Well,
now.
this is our initial thought. So guess what? This is what we initially thought of Bastion before they fucking took him out of the game.
Because guess what? He's been taken out of the game. I think this is his second time
So-
because he was rapid firing his ult.
Yeah, so he's now has a new ult, which I mean, pretty much they kept him the core elements the same, but they changed him. So he can't. So now he can transform, but he can move a little bit, but he can't stay transformed. He can. That has a cooldown now, which is kind of nice and actually completely fair to me.
Yeah.
Because now because that was the whole Bastion's thing. I was like, yeah, you just play if you got him in a good spot, then he could just be the fucking play of the game winner all the time. But unless you have the good spot.
Oh yeah, I used to play him all the time in the very beginning of Overwatch 1, and then I don't know, it just kind of fell off. They nerfed him, you know.
They nerfed him, but he's still like fucking
He's
chewed
still
health
good.
away.
Yeah, oh yeah, he still does even now. But his ult turns him into an artillery cannon.
Yeah.
He can just fire away. Kind of works like Doomfist's meteor smash.
Yeah, but now he has 3 shells that he can do.
Unless you
Unless he's
somehow,
glitched.
somehow exploit him to fire 10 rapid fire, which, yeah, that's now he's not allowed in the games anymore. Torbjorn's not allowed in ranked games right now.
Torbjorn!
I think the bug had something to do with him having multiple turrets out or something like that on accident. I don't know.
You know, I honestly, that thought, I wouldn't mind him having multiple turns, but they just have to reduce the damage by like half.
Yeah,
that would be the
have
rule.
2 of them.
Yeah, and then his ult is just, you know, they act as the regular turret there.
That'd be cool. Torbjorn's pretty cool. I mean, all the other characters, they have their minor changes. They're not huge changes.
Yeah, a lot of them are more number changes than they are
And
actual changes.
artwork changes.
Yeah, like everyone, all the old ones who were in Overwatch 1 now have an Overwatch 2 skin.
Yeah, basically.
Which some of them are very subtle, and others are much less subtle.
They gave us what, a 2-year time skip?
Yeah, something like that. But like Orisa has one that's a nice change.
Hers is completely different.
Yeah.
Some of them are completely different. Some of them are just they look more detailed.
You still have your skins.
Yeah,
That's something for anyone, especially for someone who values transmog in their game.
you still have your skins. Your money from the previous game rolled over as a legacy currency that is basically only available to be used on the basic legacy skin.
Yeah, so like all the older
Basically-
basic skins, basic emotes, anything that pretty much hasn't come out the last, like, I don't know, the last few updates, I guess, for Overwatch. Like, just their, like, older stuff. So I have some, I could get some of the skins right now. I'm kind of waiting to see if maybe it'll, like,
open up the Halloween. So you don't
Halloween.
have
Well, not for me, because I have
Christmas. I mean,
I have all the Halloween skins.
No, it's the Christmas one. The
Yeah,
reindeer.
the reindeer Orisa skin, which is a really nice one. Hopefully, maybe there's some that I could get that are nice, but we'll see what happens.
We'll see what happens with that. Now on to
Well, if we want to talk about real quick, just since we had mentioned how offensive the tanks are, we're saying that weirdly, but Orisa they changed up completely. So Orisa in Overwatch 1, she was much more of a place of shield, and she was just kind of like a walking Bastion as to what now, just a little less rate of fire.
and then they introduced Sigma, who was another walking shield, and they're just like, crap, we have 3 of them.
No, I know.
Well, let's take one away from them. How about the second one?
Now Orisa, instead of a shield, and she still has her hardening ability, which is the most overpowered thing in the fucking game, in my opinion.
Yeah.
It gets her out of so much shit for such a basic ability. It's really fucking dumb.
I hate it.
Love it.
I hate it.
It counters so much shit. Anyways, that's still there. Thank you. She now has a spear that she can. Her right click is that she can throw and kind of like stun lock people for like 2 seconds or something, like a second, 2 seconds. Her gun now has infinite ammo, but it has that old, that old school like, oh, you're overheating, that mechanic. Then with her spear, she has now this kind of, she spins it, which deflects bullets. But then it also kind of speeds her up a little bit, and then it also damages anyone that's in front of her. So she gets up in your fucking face now.
Yeah. She's very aggressive.
Yeah, when I first played her on Overwatch 2, my instincts were fucking fighting me on her, because before that's just not how she played. She was put a shield, that she was the fucking immovable object. That's how she played.
No, now she's a spear warrior.
Now she's a spear warrior, and she's fun. She's even more fun now.
Oh,
It's kind of funny now. I was looking at the highlight intros, and they have to change a lot of that shit because she doesn't do any of that stuff now.
So before we get into the talk that we're going to be having, one of the big changes that I forgot to mention and forgot to put on my paper here is stuns. Most of them are not in game anymore. A lot of them are gone. Like Mai no longer freezes with her primary fire.
She doesn't freeze?
No, not with her primary fire anymore.
I didn't know that. I didn't even catch
only
that.
her ult freezes. Only ultimates are looking like they're doing some sort of stun for the most part, besides tanks.
That's weird.
That's
a weird choice.
We got Cassidy. He no longer has his stun. He has some pipe bomb. Who else had one?
Brigitte?
I think hers is just a slow now.
Oh man, I miss original opening Brigitte.
Oh yeah,
she was my fucking one of my top 3 for a while. Speaking of counter, original Brigitte could just fucking if you knew what you were doing with her, you would be the fucking bane of the enemy team's existence.
Oh, all the time, yeah. But now
because of that stun, yeah, no more of that shit.
No, they got rid of a lot of the stuns on a lot of the characters that had them. Pharah's jet fuel feels like it is a lot less than it used to be. It just feels like you can't stay in the air as long as you used to be able to with her.
I'm curious now. I want to play Echo to see.
I've yet to play Echo. I haven't tried
because I always thought you would like Echo. She's not like the boost jump, but she does have like that. One of her cooldowns allows her to fly up, and she has the glide still.
Yeah, I saw that. I think that's it for like major changes on characters. I feel like I'm forgetting one or two.
Did we mention Sombra? She's a minor change.
Hers is Sombra. She can now hack while invisible,
which does expose her for a little bit. So, but then it immediately pretty much goes back into invisibility.
Yeah,
so.
It exposes her the second the hack goes out, and then she's unexposed and invisible again. And it sounds like such a small change, but it's so annoying.
Oh,
because then she gets behind you and just shoots you in the back of the head. And
yeah, I remember playing another game. I decided to try out Sombra, and I didn't kill shit for anything. But guess what? I kept those motherfuckers annoyed because I kept a Zenyatta and a Sojourn. I just kept double hacking them because then I kept them back and they were just trying to kill me, and I just kept hacking them and they couldn't do shit.
I feel like I'm missing a change on someone here. You got Doomfist as a tank.
You got Doomfist, Orisa, Sombra, Bastion.
He was a big one.
Shit, now I'm thinking. We didn't mention Kiriko's ult either.
Oh, she just makes you shoot faster in a little area.
Yeah, I'm a little. Gates. I need to read what it does, but
it looks like it makes you move and shoot faster.
Yeah, it's like an AOE lined heal as well as it gives you more attack speed and
which is absolutely monstrous.
Rate of fire.
Kunai is just.
Oh yeah, then it's just fucking.
Zenyatta with that is great. Jesus,
everybody's great with that. That's another that's another thing I would say with a lot of the new ones ults is they're very well designed and they're very well placed.
All right, I think we've beat around the bush for long enough
let me
here.
No.
No.
I just want to say this because
I think we beat around the bush long
No,
enough.
no. I need to say this. I need to, because we're just going to say nothing but shit at this point. So, from a gameplay perspective, although they have taken some of the things out, it is still fun to play for the most part. The new heroes, for me, I've enjoyed, and it is, and a lot of the changes they've made for a lot of them, different heroes, are pretty good, as well as even the new push map, which is a new game
There
mode.
is one map, and I don't know which one it is on the top of my head right now, and I'll figure it out before we post a video and have Joe post it up here. But I don't like it. I really don't like it. It just.
Which one?
I don't know. I don't remember which one.
I do like the push maps because it's a new game. Well, first of all, it's a new game mode, but then it also allows you.
Talk about the new game mode.
That's true. Well, see now
you
almost ignored that bush to beat.
Yeah, I guess we gotta go ahead and beat around that bush one more time. Push game mode, which is basically a centralized robot that you need to push a barrier to the enemy side. There's a barrier for your side to push, a barrier for their side to push, but one robot to do the pushing.
Right. So they took the escort concept of what they had before, and they pretty much applied it. So what if we just threw two of the Heroes of the Storm?
It's kind of like a
Heroes of the
War.
Storm.
No.
No. Remember in Heroes of the Storm that one map? Because that's what this is.
There was a map like that.
Yeah, it was their Overwatch event, and it was just. But basically, there's one robot. And basically, the two teams have to fight over control over the one robot, and whoever manages to either push their wall to the end of their lane or the farthest in the time wins the game.
It's a reverse tug of war.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you. That is a very good way to put it.
It is a reverse tug of war, but the one robot is the control point. You need to stay on him to get him to do what he needs to do. If the enemy team captures him, he starts running back to their side to push. You capture and it goes back and forth and back and forth. And it's actually really cool and it works really well in a lot of maps, but I know for sure that one of the push maps I absolutely hate just because of just how it's laid out. And I can't think of which one it is.
Don't worry, when we're playing it, it'll come up and I'll have to rewrite all these names. But, yeah, I mean, I'm enjoying it. And as you said before, depending on who has control of the robot. So if... the enemy team had control of the robot and their robot is pushing the wall, it'll stop if the it's being contested. But then if we manage to take it, the robot would then run back to the wall, and that's one of the cool things about it. It was like when it's at the wall, it's very slow, right? Which makes sense because it's pushing. But then it starts when the other team gets their control.
Full sprint to keep up with them.
Yeah, like it goes, but that's good because it gives it moves the game along.
Oh, it's a very fast-paced game mode for sure. I like it.
Yeah, it's nice.
I like it. I think they can really do some cool maps with it. Like I feel like they can get a cool Blizzard World map from it. We can maybe get a cool Lunar map from it because I don't like that they took those ones out, but I feel like we could get some cool push maps for sure.
We could, absolutely. It's
all right, let's see.
So, all that said, the
Hold
gameplay
on.
aspect.
Any more bushes?
Any more bushes?
No, I think we got all.
We
the
got
bushes
all the bushes.
here.
Okay, so all of this. It's a very nice. The gameplay itself. If you like Overwatch 1, you will more than likely like Overwatch 2. It is still the same primary gameplay and with some improvements here and there, but they still need. The number changes in a lot of the areas. Overall, gameplay wise, I'm happy for it.
One thought before we get into it. I do have one more bush to walk around here. I wish they would put some sort of indication on if a hero is more inclined to be a defensive or offensive hero, because as much as they're trying to change it to where they can all do everything, Symmetra, Torbjorn, Bastion, they're all still better defensive heroes.
That's true.
And I think there needs to be an indication because there are some of them that some of the new players don't understand are better as defensive situations, and you might lose the round because them and their friend are playing two heroes that are better at defending while you're trying to push the cart and they keep dying and stuff. And
That's fair.
But now, let's get into it. So, the reward system.
I think...
No.
Oh, no.
The reward system. First off, like we said, they took out loot boxes. I get it.
Right.
There was a bunch of people that had philosophical reasons for being against loot boxes and gambling reasons of why loot boxes are wrong.
And that's fair.
Moral reasons why loot boxes are wrong and whatever. That's
and
fine.
you know, you could even argue because Overwatch was, I don't know if I would say it was the first game. I would say it was made it the most prominent, right?
Oh yeah, loot boxes were very big because of it.
Here's the thing with the loot boxes that I argued was fine. First of all, you could earn them in game pretty much with each level up through 20,000 XP. So you could play against bots and earn loot boxes.
Yeah, the level ups didn't progressively get more and more experience as you're going through the game. No,
it was a set number.
Same number every time, and you got those loot boxes, and you can get them from 1 or 2 games each.
And each loot box would give you 5 items.
Usually had a skin, right?
Yeah, you would usually get a skin, but then you would also get it would add like a spray or an emote or a highlight intro, one of those things. Yeah, or sometimes, and it would all go on based on variety. So you had your commons, uncommons, rare, epic, legendaries.
So the best thing when you're opening those loot boxes and you see that orange token flipping through the air, like, come on, be something good, be something good, and it's like, oh. No, I didn't want that one. Sorry.
But
I still have it now. That's cool.
Yeah, and here's another good thing. Anything that you had already gotten would pretty much be refunded in coins. So that if there was you could save whatever, no matter how many loot boxes you got, if you had the same epic spray or emotes, 16 times, you still got something regardless of getting that same emote or spray.
25 coins every time, which doesn't seem like a lot, but it adds up once you start collecting stuff. And
yeah,
they weren't adding voice lines and emotes like crazy. They were adding skins like crazy, but the emotes and voice lines were few and not
later down the line. They started to add more of the legendary, more legendary emotes. Like Orisa has the dog.
Mm-hmm.
And they're the more fun emotes that you see nowadays. But yeah, a lot of the days it was more about the skins. But that was the loot box system. It was, it wasn't perfect. You could still buy them with actual money, but you still ultimately you got something from them.
So, bringing that up, the moral dilemma with loot boxes was that you can buy it with money, which created it into being a gambling system. Therefore, just make it a reward for leveling up. It doesn't have to be something people can buy. If you make it just a reward for leveling up every time you level up, there's no moral dilemma about it being gambling because you're paying money for it, stuff like that. There's none of that stuff, the gray moral areas we gotta talk about.
Vermintide did a good job with that, actually.
They can keep their store, which we're gonna get into here in a second.
Yeah,
they can keep their store the way it is. Just give me a loot box when I level up and give me a reason to play the game.
Yeah, that's one of the fucking core problems with this game right there. You don't get rewarded for playing. Not really.
You have well, let's get into it. We have the season pass.
Yes, they've added a season pass.
Which every game is doing. It's fine. I get it.
It's fine. It's no price increase. It's $10. That's fine. That's your basic season pass. Everyone has it. They offer the same thing. You buy it. You get these however much levels for free. And then they have the upgraded one, which is an extra 20 plus levels.
Some skins and emotes themed around the release of the new characters and stuff.
Or season, whatever
whatever season it's going to be. Stuff like that.
Fine.
Cool.
Very basic. Very basic. Very fine. I am okay with it. Especially now because the game has gone free to play. That's another thing we forgot to mention. It is now free to play. You don't have to buy Overwatch anymore. You can just download it now.
Mm-hmm.
And it's completely free. So, $10 Battle Pass.
Oh, one other thing that we forgot because we didn't know about. If you are a new player, there is a tutorial kind of unlocking process for you to be able to play other champions in the game or other heroes.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, you kind of have to...
I know my brother was only halfway unlocked on him and stuff, so he didn't have champions that he would like to play, but because he's got to do these certain challenges to unlock specifically, and it's interesting.
Yeah,
that's fine. I'm cool with that. That's cool. That gives these new players something to strive
for. Yeah, it
for,
gives you something to work towards.
But season pass, the rewards, the skins are cool, I guess. There is a mythic skin at the very end. Oh yeah, the paid rewards.
The paid battle pass.
Yeah, the free rewards are basic ass shit.
They really are.
There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. It's like, hey, here's green military.
Which
Winston.
I mean,
how many military Lincoln Winstons do we have already?
I know, right? I mean,
here's green military. It's just pure green.
Not even just that. It's like I don't know. Like this has kind of always been the rule, right? With just the quote-unquote free battle pass or season pass, and it always gives you kind of the lesser of the two. I think Destiny kind of had a much better way of doing it because they actually, at the beginning of it, they actually gave you a lot of free shit, and then more down the line, it was more, you had to work towards the reward. But then if you had, you bought it, you got the whole kit and caboodle.
Which is cool, and that's why I've told myself that I play this game long enough to get to the end of the season pass. I'll go ahead and buy it. But I'm not going to buy it unless I get to the end.
Exactly.
Because at the end is a skin which is called a mythic skin. And now the interesting thing about the mythic skin is it looks like it has a color palette with 3 colors, and you could change each of the individual colors.
Oh yeah, that's colors. Right. Yeah, I forgot you could just change a bunch of shit on it, couldn't you?
It looks like it's a color palette of 3. That's you got 3 different colors that you can change, and then anything else that's not affected by that is gonna just stay what it is. One of those basic color change things. That's cool. There's a cool Kiriko skin at like level 20, but that's
Cyberpunk. That's the.
Yeah, it's not.
I don't know if someone was watching just the Edge Runners anime and like everyone else, but good for them. But I just find the timing awfully convenient, is to say. But that's just my conspiracy theorist side coming out. So
they got some cool stuff in there. There's no rewards of currency, which can be used in the store. So other legendary skins that have existed before in the game that you might need legendary currency for, you can't get those because the only way to earn that currency is through the weekly challenges. Now, the weekly challenges are requiring...
It's horseshit.
At a minimum, and this is a minimum, this is a perfect day or a perfect week, you play and win 20 games. Doesn't sound like a lot, but man, I tell you, some of these players in this game, it is a lot to win 20 games. Now
that's always been kind of the shtick of a solo player joining a multiplayer game, is you don't know what you're gonna get. One game you'll have just the fucking Navy SEAL team 1 who's just so coordinated and who's just right there, who's doing everything. Hey, I need to heal. You're healed. Hey, I need more damage. There's damage. I need the tank here. The tank's here. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
They have the thought before you thought of it.
And then the next day you have the organization.
And then you've got the bunch of monkeys just fucking the controller.
Oh god, it's
bad. who are just as you said before, who are just playing people either completely wrong or just completely unsuitable to the situation at hand. Not to say that they can't do it, but the monkeys fucking the controllers are not going to be the ones to do it.
It's one of the bad changes from the 6v6 is you were able to pick up when one teammate was a dumbass running away from there. Now on a 5v5, if one teammate's being a dumbass, your team is fucked.
That is true. I didn't even think about that. With the 6v6, you were given, if one of your guys wasn't all that great, the other 5 could potentially pick up the slack for the most part. Yeah, you're absolutely right. They've kind of just taken a big chunk out of that number, haven't they?
Yep, and then so the weekly challenges, if you do all of the weekly challenges, you are rewarded with a grand total of 60 store currency. Hold on, we're not done yet. Now, those 20 games that I was telling you about that you have to win, it's not like, hey, let's go play some 3v3 eliminations real quick. No, it's 20 games in their queue system where you select a role. 10 games as selected as all role, 10 games selected as 2 other roles. Now, so that's just like, hey, let's exclude support for 10 games and do it that way for now, I guess. And then some of the other weekly challenges, some of them easy, some of them hard, like, hey, heal a fuck ton of damage. And then you're like, okay, so I'm going to play support the whole time. You play support the whole time, win all 10 games as support, and still are nowhere near where that challenge point is. Now that the coins, 60 coins, you get 60 in a week. We did the math. It's about 32 weeks for you to even afford a legendary skin.
A legendary right now is anywhere from $1,900 to $2,200. Yeah.
Yeah, it's about $19 to $22. Every 1,000 is a.
Oh yeah, we'll get to
Or
that.
every no, we're there.
Okay, well then then there's one thing I gotta say about, since we're in the shop right now. You know what I have to say right now, right?
Go ahead.
You know what I'm gonna say right now,
Dude,
yeah?
Go ahead.
Okay. Get the fuck out of here with this shit! What are you doing? The shop? You are fucking crazy! Blizzard, Activision, whoever it is, you are fucking nuts! These skins, okay, a pack is 2,200 coins.
No, hold on. Hey, let me give him the breakdown.
Go ahead, yeah, man. Like I'm in it now. Yeah, no, I'll go.
The breakdown of it. So basically, every 100 coins breaks down to $1. That's basically the breakdown of it. You pay $20, you get 2,000, or what is it? You get 2,200, which you get an extra 200 for their deal and everything.
Which is always the fucking.
Which
deal.
is hey, here's enough left over for you to get some of the cosmetic little shit like the weapon charms or the sprays.
And
or
you know what?
price lines.
You know what? That's basic. Those are the numbers that have been here for fucking ever. That's fine.
That's the basic. Yeah.
Fine.
Legendary skin, we're looking at about $19 to $22 for the legendary skin alone. Or 32 weeks of doing these weekly challenges every single week for the 32 weeks.
And let's be let's say what's in these packs now, because you can't buy it, or you can buy it individually, but let's just say what's in these packs. So you got the legendary skin, right? The real reason why you're buying it.
Oh yeah, that's the only.
That's the real meat of the.
No one's buying the $20 emote pack. That thank God they don't have one of those.
Not yet. God damn it! Just you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and knock on wood.
Or how about that $40? Oh no, it was $75. The skin pack where you already had most of the skins.
Oh God, that one Halloween one where they like the werewolf Winston for like the summer thing.
We're pretty sure it said his was only 1,800, but
okay,
to be fair,
I have all the
owns,
Halloween. Yeah, I have all the basic up to date of recording of this video right now. I have all the Halloween skins that are released. Or the legendary ones.
Mm-hmm. So he's
except
missing,
Baptiste, because he sucks.
He's missing one skin in that pack because it wasn't a Halloween skin, even though it is a Halloween skin still. It's Gargoyle Winston. Now in that pack,
yeah, it is Gargoyle.
Yeah, it is
Gargoyle Winston.
Which
I thought for the longest time was his Halloween.
7,500 coins. That's $75.
That's $75. That's $75. You asking for $75 for 4 skins? You motherfuckers!
Guess what, guys? We're not done yet.
No, we're not.
We're not done yet. You guys, everyone remembers the Halo controversy. $10 for blue.
They have multiple blue skins for $10.
One of them is actually called blue.
And you know what?
Baptiste's blue skin is $10. Torbjorn's blue skin is $10. Who else am I missing here? All of them.
Just
so many. Just
I was so like my brain just shut off.
Widowmaker's is called tricolor, and I'm okay.
She's got like blue, white, and like red lining.
I'm like, we got some hope here. This one's called tricolor. No, 90% of that is blue. McCree's America skin because capitalism. We gotta make sure $10 for capitalism.
So you know what's the big issue here, right? First of all, it's 2,200 coins. I can only earn 60 coins for all the challenges, right? And that's per week. And that's how many? I don't even remember like how many wins I have to have to get all 60. How many of the weekly things I have to have done to
11.
11.
Which
Okay.
I think is all of them.
Which is even more fucking ridiculous because here's the even dumber thing. So, which is nice, right? You'll get in the first tier of doing the 4 weekly missions. You'll get 30 coins. That's nice. You do another amount of missions, another 4. You get 20 coins. Okay, so then you do the other remaining amount, and you get 10 coins. They're giving you less for more work.
60 coins total. And that's if you want a $1,900 coin skin. That is about 32 weeks of playing this game absolutely straight. 32
And what's
weeks.
in
That's
these? What's
more
in
than
these
half
packs for $20?
a skin, an emote.
I know. I would never be able to argue down to these people for $10, even though everyone knows it's worth $5. But $10. I know I would never be able to win that argument. 15. 15 is how much this pack should have been. That should have been the high point,
No, it's
motherfucker.
$22.
Nope, it's $22. For what? For one decent thing of why you would get it, and then arguably the rest of it being each one being $1. Maybe the highlights, like the highlight intros or the emotes, maybe like $2 or $3. But the sprays, the little stupid chain things, those are fucking $1, Blizzard. And don't you dare say otherwise. And you're trying to charge us like 300% of what they're fucking worth.
Now there is one deal in the store that we did find was worth it. There was only one deal in the store. And this is after we looked at the $40 deal, which would only give him 2 skins and 2,000 coins. That's it. Because he already owns all the other skins that would be offered in that. There's no discount for that pack for him. There is in the other one, it looks like, but not that one. But there was, for $5, 500 coins. Okay, that's the average price.
Right.
Plus a skin. Plus an epic skin.
And it's a decent looking epic skin.
It's a purple, it's not a legendary, but it is an epic skin.
It's nice looking. Nice. It's it's unique. You'd be able to tell the difference between, if they were all standing in a line.
And that is the only thing in the entire store.
It's the fucking beginner's starter, whatever the fuck.
Yeah, it's the, hey, welcome to the game, spend $5 to see.
Yeah, it's that, it's that package.
But those 500 coins, you know what you're getting with those 500 coins?
Jack squat.
Diddly squat.
You'll get maybe a few emotes.
The epics are 10,000.
I don't even
know. No, the blues are 10,000, huh?
I don't even know, man. I didn't even look at, like, the emotes or any of the highlight intro pricing.
Those
we just looked at the skins. I didn't even look at that.
Oh, we'll go ahead and let's have a moment of silence so that we can go ahead and display those behind us there.
So
moment of silence. All right, he displayed them. Good.
So, like, and here is really the fucking the coin toss that is Overwatch 2. Is yes, the gameplay aspect of it and what they've added and taken away and what they've done mechanically is pretty good for the most part. It needs its numbers, the changes here and there, which is expected. That's
the game could be fun. I can absolutely see myself playing it for months at a time if there was a reward for me.
Yeah, but here's the biggest. You just said it. The biggest fucking flaw with it. I don't want to play something that won't reward me.
Also, the challenges are awful.
The fucking pricing for the give me 100 coins. 100 coins for all that challenge. For 10, there you go. 100 for 10 coins for one challenge done. For the weekly. That's 100. And at least
I'm at about 4 weeklies done.
I have 30 coins.
I got 30 coins. I'm about level 12 in the season pass right now. I've done daily challenges. This is my problem. Daily challenges. Change it up. Yeah. My God, it is the same thing every day.
I don't know if there's a fucking.
I hope they have a plan in place or something. Like, give me something.
I'm gonna say it's a bug right now because.
Oh no, that's the challenges they have are the challenges they have right now.
Oh shit! They need to change that right the fuck
because
now.
It is the same challenges every day, and it's the same. Play all role 3 times. Heal this. Oh no, it does change up a little bit. That you get either heal, damage, or tank as a role to to get points and stuff. Like you either heal damage or do damage. But give me something more for these daily challenges. Give me something like get 2 headshots of Widow. I don't freaking care. Like put a reroll system and do. It's not good.
I don't even care about that. Just give me more fucking coins. Like I can't earn anything.
This ain't Mario.
This ain't Mario.
Mario gives you more coins in the first level.
But yeah, like, okay, so here's one little side note. If to anyone who just does the AI shit, and if you just want the season pass, you can't do the challenges against AI. But you still earn experience that goes towards the season pass. So, I'll give you a point there, but it's like I can't.
That's a lot of farming.
That is a lot of farming. It is absolutely, but so was the other way before. But that's fine. But now you've given me even less reward. I have.
Bring back the loot boxes.
Just give me the loot boxes.
You don't
Seriously.
even have to put the new skins in them. I don't care. Don't put the new skins in them. Put only old skins. Have it to where like Kiriko's freaking Cyberpunk
the
skin
numbers.
is not in the loot box until 3 seasons from when it was released. I don't care. Just give me
this is just horse shit.
Give me something.
I mean, this is horse shit. This is bullshit. This is pig shit.
Blizzard, you're better than this.
You really are.
The backlash you guys got for Diablo Immortal, which by the way was nowhere near as bad as this is. Like Diablo Immortal, I was able to get through the main point of the game and play it without spending a single cent. It took a little longer to farm some stuff, but I was able to do it.
And even then, that was more
towards
the PvP. Yeah, that was more towards PvP shit, anyways.
Yeah,
so.
and there's
either way, mobile game I didn't touch. Not my bag.
You think you would have learned about these microtransactions from that game, from the backlash they received, but no, they're like, hey, let's try it even more. Let's try to take rewards away completely.
For me, knowing it, you fucked yourselves over $5 with some of this. Like I know I can't argue you to lower it to 5 or to 10 or to even more worth to the 5. I know that 15 should have been the max, but 22. No, you went 20. Yeah, right. You went 22.
That's more than a month's time in WoW. You guys are charging more than a month's time in WoW for a skin.
If I were a streamer, right, who just played exclusively Overwatch, maybe I'd be fine with this. Maybe no, I wouldn't even be fine with this because it takes too much fucking time to get anything.
If that was my career and I was a professional Overwatch, I would be livid that my job just got shitty.
I know, right? But at the same time, it's like you're not giving us the rewards. But you know what? These, like I said, these are our initial thoughts on this. You waiting for it? I'm waiting for it. I need to see what the fuck the Halloween event is going to bring.
2 weeks probably until it's released. So
either 2 weeks or a week.
They're giving us a free Reaper skin that looks like a Halloween pirate Reaper skin, because it's for their shitty launch.
Yeah.
Oh, well, don't forget the 7,000 Q and all that stuff that was from the
beginning. Yeah,
that was fun. Oh, and then the obvious excuse every time their launch goes bad is they're ever getting DDoS because they're always
hackers.
DDoS.
It's DDoS.
DDoS again.
The government.
Yeah, they're always DDoSed every release apparently. So maybe there's truth to it. Who knows? But we're waiting for Halloween. We'll give an actual solid review on it after the Halloween event. It might be a full-length video.
Yeah,
it might be a 5-minute go fuck yourself, Blizzard. We're done. Because
honestly,
if it comes out to where I have to spend any money to even enjoy the Halloween event
on their loot boxes, I can confidently say over the years I've probably spent at least close to $300, maybe even $400 to get some of the stuff I want. A lot of that being the Halloween and Christmas stuff, which I don't mind. It's my money. I earned it. It's a game I wanted to support. That's how I justify that.
I don't think I'll be doing.
I can't do that. But that was for the loot boxes. That was just still gave me something even if I already had it.
Should have streamed those when you're opening them.
Oh man,
the things we should have known back then.
There's so much shit. Mainly Apple stock.
They screwed the people on loot box streaming too. I remember my brother used to watch those a lot when he was a little kid. He'd be like, "Oh, this guy's opening 50 loot boxes right now." I'm like, "Okay," and this guy'd be like, "This is trash. This is trash. This is trash." And my brother would sit there for hours watching this guy open boxes, getting duplicates. And one out of those 50 boxes gave him a legendary skin. He was actually looking for the excitement this man felt. The excitement my brother had watching this man.
You know what? That's fair. Because I remember, when I originally saw it, when I first dropped $50 on the loot boxes was when they released the Banshee Moira skin.
Mm-hmm.
And and I even got the tag for that too. And honestly, if I could, I would probably get that thing printed and put on a wall because I fucking love that art.
Oh yeah, and they took away the away the reward.
It's fun to play with friends, but
me and
I could play something. We could go play Deep Rock Galactic, and we would earn shit for playing.
Honestly, I was gonna say like a couple days ago, we should just play that instead because we're kind of bored of Overwatch already because of just.
It's not that I'm bored. It's that I don't want to. Like these these new heroes, 3 heroes are getting Halloween skins. 3 new skins. I'm not excited to the potential of having to pay fucking $66 for fucking skins.
No, you're fine. It'll be a $40 pack for all 3 skins.
Well, yeah, that's true, I guess. But
it's gonna be a $40 pack. And be like, hey, the Halloween pack, you'll get the 3 skins, you'll get some emotes and dances and whatnot.
That's too much. $10 per skin.
If I have to pay a cent to even participate in the Halloween event in a game,
I know you won't have to participate in the event. I'm like that. That's another thing. What is this going to do? Are we going to get like another season pass add-on for like, or will they just convert this season pass? Will this add to the season pass? What am I going to have to do to get my Halloween skins here, Blizzard? And let me tell you something. If I'm going to have to open my fucking wallet, fuck off.
You guys want me to already pay for your expansion?
Look, I know this is free to play now, but that shit only gives you so much rope.
If I have to pay to participate in a Blizzard Halloween game event after all these years, I'm not going to return to the game. Heroes of the Storm. It was a game that had tons of microtransactions for skins and stuff like that, but you can still earn them throughout the game. And then the events. Oh, here is a themed event with themed missions around the event. What are we gonna get? I know we are for sure getting the sequel to Junkenstein's Castle, which is Bride of Junkenstein,
which is fine, and I know, and they've mentioned it, like this is going to be a taste of how the PvE events are going to be. So, which is cool, and that's fine. That's I'm all for PvE, but my only big issue is
you guys are almost about to lose me before I even get there.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest here, I was on the same road a little bit too. It's like, I don't mind playing as bots, but that shit loses its... I mean, if I can't even earn my fucking... If I bought the season pass, then sure, maybe, but right now, other than like the Mythic skin and the Kiriko skin on there, I could give a shit less about the season pass.
For a character that neither of us play.
Yeah, exactly, and I mean, more welcome to it, and that's fine, but... No.
Fix the store. I'm already...
You reduce that shit, Blizzard. Like, seriously. You need to find Jesus or something, or find a fucking financial consultant and they'll tell you to reduce that shit by at least $5.
They already know
they don't care.
They already know they're getting our money for Dragonflight.
Yeah, well,
they already know they're getting our
That's
money
different.
Well, it better be fucking different.
It better be fucking different. Thank you guys so much for watching this.
I got one foot out the door already.
I know only the future will tell. Only Blizzard will be able to tell us how this will go, and I'd say maybe a week because that's when the World of Warcraft Halloween thing starts. So probably shortly after that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's usually around the same time.
They have some of the stuff going on, some of the skins on sale now, which. Yikes! I don't know, man. Like I'll try the events, but if I'm not earning shit for it, which they are kind of good about that. Like they usually do, especially with Junkenstein. Like they would give you like sprays and stuff like that if you managed to achieve certain shit.
I have a feeling it's gonna be.
But that shit ain't gonna be enough.
It's going to be a season pass. It's going to be another $5-10 season pass that will give you a couple of free Halloween rewards, but the cool ones are going to be behind the paywall.
Exactly, which honestly, I would much rather have this way, because then I'll just fucking grind bots. I don't care. I will put the fucking time on that. Don't give me this $22 pack of the one thing I want and just horse shit in the rest of it. I'm sorry, it's not. This shit's not worth it. It is not worth the price you are asking, and you should be. Someone needs to slap your ass.
Yeah, we're not happy.
Thank you guys so much for watching. We hope you like this video. If you, how do you feel about Overwatch 2? Do you like it? Do you dislike it? Do you also think the shop can get the fuck out of here?
I want my loot boxes back.
God damn, I want my loot boxes back. Later!